And in the fight over Asia Cup match venue, India has had the last laugh. The Board of Control for Cricket in India has prevailed over the Pakistan Cricket Board as the schedule for the Six Nation tournament has been announced today. India won't be travelling to Pakistan as was demanded by them and will instead be in Sri Lanka's Kandy, be playing matches. Remember, Pakistan had even threatened to pull out of the Asia Cup, but now as things stand, India will be playing Pakistan in Sri Lanka, but Pakistan will have to come to India in October for the World Cup matches at venues chosen by the BCCI and the ICC. Times Not earlier spoken to the former PCB chief Najam Sethi in June, where he had said that Pakistan playing in India for the World Cup is conditional upon whether India comes to Pakistan to play the Asia Cup matches. Listen in.
So clarify what exactly is the hybrid model that has been suggested by the PCB?
Well, you see, the problem begins with India because India refuses to play Pakistan, either in Pakistan or bilaterally outside Pakistan, except in a multilateral contest. So when the Asia Cup came up, we are the hosts this year. It's our turn. But what's happened is that Mr. Jay Shah has said that for various reasons, he cannot come to Pakistan to play and wants the whole Asia Cup shifted to a neutral venue. Our position is, no, that's not right. So I have offered a compromise, a face-saving compromise for us, so that the Asia Cup is not derailed. That compromise is that play 4 matches in Pakistan, and we'll all fly off to the neutral venue where India and the other teams will be waiting, and we play the rest of the 7 or 8 matches there.
All right, so that compromise formula clearly has not worked. Karishma with us for more on this. Karishma, if you me a very, very important development here, because India has, in a sense, in fact, called out the bluff of Pakistan. Karishma. Karishma, if you can hear me, India has essentially called out Pakistan's bluff because all their threats have come to a naught at the moment. All right, I think we've lost that line there with Karishma. We'll bring her in through the course of the debate, but let me quickly introduce our guests. Amay Khurasiya, former Indian cricketer, is with us. With us also is Nikhil Sharma, sports commentator and author. Vedam Jaishankar, sports journalist, joins us on the broadcast. We also have with us Qamar Cheema, strategic and political analyst. Syed Abdul Basit Ali is a political commentator with us. But let me start with Vedam. Vedam, explain to our viewers why this is such an important move, because here you had Pakistan virtually trying to arm twist India, but that clearly has not happened. Has India called out Pakistan's bluff?
See, I think Pakistan needs India more than India needs Pakistan. That's very clear, especially where cricket is concerned. And they're just trying to play a, it's a bluffing game that they're wanting to play. And they'll always get into this hassle all the time, trying to needle throughout. Because once we have agreed that we are going to play, okay, we are not going to play in Pakistan. We said that right at the beginning. And Pakistan came with this formula that 4 matches could be played there and the rest in Sri Lanka, which also India agreed to. And you can't go beyond that, It's impossible to go and play in Pakistan. We know the situation in Pakistan is not very good, and they have not stopped needling, even where terrorism and other things are concerned. We know right now the Seema Haidar thing going on and so many other things going on right now. So I don't think India should bother at all. If Pakistan is interested in the Asia Cup, they should come and play. Otherwise, India should just walk out. We have nothing to lose.
Right, absolutely. Let me take that question across to Qamar Cheema. Qamar Cheema, this is very clear that the arm twisting tactics of PCB have not worked, because here you have the ICC, which has very clearly ruled that India is certainly not going to play in Pakistan. It is going to play Pakistan at a neutral venue, but Pakistan will have to come here ultimately for the World Cup. So it's all come to a naught. The bluff has been called out.
Well, if we go back to the roots of the story, the issue is that for the BJP, the votes are more important than the entertainment. So they are not concerned about the people of India who really wants to see a good cricket. It's about the issue of egos. So
no, it's about safety.
Next year.
Let me read out for you.
Isolating Pakistan
Mr.
is
Cheema, if you will allow me, let me read out. You can answer to this. Let me quickly read out. This is what Stephen Fleming said. He says, without being dramatic, we were 5 minutes away from losing our players. He says that it's not something you really want to go into detail, but I saw enough carnage that would stay with me and haunt me for the rest of my life. Half the guys' rooms were blown up. All those suitcases were full of glass and debris. From all accounts, this one was a lot closer. I guess it now comes down to individuals. If they want to be put in this situation again, from a personal point of view, it would be very hard to see myself wanting to go back to something like that. When that was way back, he's talking about an attack that has taken way back. But the fact is, incidents like that are happening even as we speak, even this year. It's come so close to cricketers being attacked. Why would anyone risk their life?
Let me answer. The cricket teams like South Africa, England, Australia, Zimbabwe, and many others have come. You have seen the crisis in Manipur, how people are being dying and butchered, and you are talking of the crisis situation in Pakistan. The Indian Prime Minister is silent on Manipur, where the European Parliament is speaking, and you are saying the situation in Pakistan is bad. It is all politics, and you are playing politics.
Senior players have not come, sir. The fact is that most players have actually called out. They've actually stepped out. Let me bring in Nikhil Sharma on that. Nikhil Sharma, is it not a fact that most of senior players have actually refused to play in Pakistan? And even the few that have gone there without facing, this kind of huge threat. Just February this year, we had seen how, in fact, a cricket match that was being held in Quetta, where Shahid Afridi, Babar Azam, etc., had to be moved to safety after there was an explosion near a stadium. So what are we talking about here?
Well, there seems to be 2-3 issues here. Number one, of course, security is paramount. At this point in time, as is the case, not just with the Indian players, but with a lot of other players from the other teams as well, they will express their reservation about going to Pakistan, given the current political scenario, given the fact that, cricket has not been safe, or, it's not been the same as it was once upon a time. So given that scenario, the players have a choice. They don't wish to go and play. And, it's not just India here. India, of course, has another stance, which is more from the state, more from the government. And, every sporting organization in the country has to abide by what the government has said. Now comes the case of the Asia Cup and the World Cup. So if you want India, and everybody does want India, everybody does want an India-Pakistan match to happen, you've got to look for solutions. The solution there is simple, that you play at neutral venues. Then it comes down to the World Cup. India can, of course, guarantee, India can, of course, put it on paper to say that every team that's visiting the World Cup venues will be safe. We will take care of their safety, and the fact that, cricket has been played here fairly easily. So I don't see any issue. I think it's a good solution for everybody. Now it's up to the teams to come out and perform, and for the viewers to enjoy India-Pakistan as well.
Absolutely. Ultimately, of course, while viewers have to enjoy the game, the safety of the players is paramount. I don't think there's any two ways about it. But let's quickly go across to our viewers who are joining us before we go across to other panelists. Ravi with us from Bengaluru. Yes, Ravi.
Hi, Madhav. Good evening. This is Ravi speaking from Bangalore. And we are, especially Bangalore, and I am a die-hard fan of cricket. And I watch every game of cricket. Okay. Having said that, I would like to tell Qamar Cheema and other likes of the Pakistani guests there, they are really suffering because of terrorism. They are really suffering because they are a rogue state. I think it's high time they should pull up their socks and set their state in order, so that not only cricket, they'll get all other facilities, right? I mean, the business will improve, everything will improve. So they'll have to look at it at a 10,000 feet height level and find out what is the real cause, why people are not coming there to play cricket or to do business with. I mean, it's a rogue.
That's very true. I mean, leave alone terror, the pathetic condition of people who, are, going hungry for food, etc. Those are very tragic scenes. And certainly Pakistan and its economy being in doldrums is also an issue of concern for many. Let's go across to Akhilesh, who's with us now from Faridabad. Yes, Akhilesh.
Yeah, I think we should not be traveling to, we should not even be playing with Pakistan in such a case, be it World Cup. Even if they want to pull out of World Cup, let it be. But we should not be playing with them.
All right. Thank you so much, Akhilesh, for joining us. But of course, there are rules in the ICC. I don't think it's that simple. Vedam, would you like to come in on that? Because, here you have someone who says that we shouldn't even play with Pakistan. But there are rules that, would play a role over there. Is it not, Vedam?
See, right from the beginning, India has taken a stand that there will be no bilateral series between India and Pakistan. For obvious reasons. We know whenever we've gone there, things have not really been rosy. And we have decided that this is how it is going to be. We are not going to enrich the coffers of the Pakistan Cricket Board or the Pakistani establishment just by going and playing there. So there are no bilateral series at all. But we made an exception for this multi-nation series, which is the World Cup, Asia Cup, etc., and we have lived up to it. We have played there. We have not made any fuss about it. Wherever the matches have been staged, we've gone there to play. But the only thing is, we have drawn a line where playing in Pakistan is concerned because we don't feel safe there. Now, the problem with Pakistan again here is they are used to those conditions. They are used to I have covered cricket in Pakistan. I know how tough it is even to go to the ground. There is so much of security, even from miles together, there is security over there. But they are used to it. For them, it's just a joke. I mean, it's like an everyday affair.
Right.
For us, it's not like that. We can walk across to our stadiums without any problem, which is not the case in Pakistan. And you realize after some time that, you are looking at it with different lens.
Absolutely.
They are looking at it with different lens. They are used to that kind of a condition. They're used to,
that's a very pertinent point. That's a very pertinent point. And let's put that across to our Pakistani guest with us. Syed Abdul Basit Ali is also with us, political commentator. You may be used to those conditions, but certainly if we recall the horrific incident of March 3rd, 2009, where the Sri Lankan cricket team was attacked by terrorists near the Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore, it remains one of the tragic incidents. It led to the death of 6 Pakistani security officers, 2 civilians, apart from injuring 6 Sri Lankan cricketers. The worst hit, of course, how could we forget, was batsman Thilan Samaravire. In context of that, it's not surprising, sir, that since 2008, there's been no multi-nation tournament for cricket that's been held in Pakistan. Syed Abdul Basit Ali.
Sir, thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me. First of all, I want to say that you should congratulate us today because we have unveiled the most glittering trophy today, Asia Cup trophy. So you have to congratulate us today. And I want to say that please don't involve politics in cricket. People of Pakistan, want, even Lahoris want that Virat Kohli
Syed Saab, many would say stadium. It's PCB that tried to play politics. It tried to give a ultimatum that either you come to India or else we will boycott the World Cup, and that does not work.
You are just blaming.
I know this Madhav Sethi's interview we just now played.
BCCI is one of the most richest. I know. BCCI is one of the richest board in the world. They don't want that Pakistan come at that level. But Pakistan now we are also growing. We have
richest board has nothing to do with stopping others from coming to any level. Please grow, sir. But with a homegrown terror industry, cricket cannot go hand in hand.
Sir, you have to grow. Please don't try to involve politics all the time in cricket. Cricket is a game of entertainment.
It's not politics, it's security. Why don't you get that?
Want Babar Azam to play. There is no security issue in Pakistan.
Amay Khurasiya, there's no security issue in Pakistan. There's no security issue in Pakistan, according to Mr. Syed Abdul Basit Ali. Would you like to respond?
Well, yes, I've listened to both of my Pakistani guests over here, and I never wanted this debate to go political, but as they have taken it to that political level, I need to bring in certain facts to them in terms of the GTI, which is the Global Terrorism Index. Pakistan is placed 6th in that, and Syria is just above that, which is 5th. Now, as per the latest travel guidelines by FCDO, which is the Foreign Commonwealth Development Office by the UK, and also by USA, is that that Pakistan is not the safest place to travel. This is I'm talking 2023, and the neighbor of Pakistan, which happens to be one of the best friends, China. 15 February 2023, they have said that Chinese are not safe in Pakistan. This I'm not talking, sir. This is the media talking and the world media telling about Pakistan. With all due respect, sir, with all due respect, you have taken it to the political level. So I just thought I will clear these political data points in front of you because data don't lie. Now, coming back to one thing, India, as far as India is concerned, sir, we will not hamper your growth. We are growing, and we are growing at a very different level in this world. Not
Sir,
and
we are also growing. We are also growing.
sir, with all due
in
respect,
fact, we are
sir,
also growing.
sir, let me finish off my point, sir. I'm not saying you're not growing,
yes,
sir.
please,
I said you brought in the growth, sir. So I'm just trying to tell you that we are learning and growing, sir.
Okay.
And I'm sure you must be doing the same, sir. But my simple point is with so much of as I mentioned the data in front of you, with that index, how can one travel? Even the Chinese are not traveling to your country, sir. So what is our fault in that? We want our cricketers to be safe.
Absolutely.
And I'm giving you data, sir. I'm giving you data.
You've given data. In fact, I've read out several instances as well. But let me quickly bring in some of viewers who are joining us and want to talk about this particular issue. Dheeraj is joining us, in fact, at the moment from Dubai. Yes, Dheeraj.
Hi, how are you, all of you?
Very fine. Thank you, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, actually, we should never go to Pakistan. I had been once in Pakistan and I really had a very bad experience. I've been in the airport, and after leave the airport, I've been to Karachi airport, and I went to the hotel. You will not believe, within 1 hour I returned back from the airport to the hotel.
Why?
Because I was very scared when I was looking outside. This is 1990 stories I'm speaking.
Okay. Thanks so much for sharing your experience. Manas is with us from New Delhi. Yes, Manas. Manas, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I'm saying, good evening to everyone. The only thing I'm saying that no player should travel to Pakistan. No point of taking risk in the life.
All right. That's a very important point. That's a very important point. Life is ultimately everything. Certainly, players' lives should not be threatened. Chintan is our next viewer joining us from Mumbai. Yes, Chintan.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on the show today. I don't have a question particularly, but I have a small little recommendation for Qamar Cheema. I think Pakistan should seriously consider moving the PCB to, say, a neutral place like Dubai. They should rather consider the fact that Pakistan as a nation and Pakistan Cricket Board should certainly detach itself. And I personally, I'm an avid fan of cricket. I would want to watch Babar Azam playing alongside Virat Kohli or against Virat Kohli. They have a fabulous team, and it's always a great encounter to watch. So
Fair enough. That's a very interesting thought. That's a very interesting thought indeed. We have our next viewer joining us, Narendra from Faridabad. Yes, Narendra.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Besides being pathetic economic conditions in Pakistan, recent anti-Hindu, anti-India crusade which is going on, they are attacking our temples, their missiles are breaking our temples, and with this sentiment, our team should never go to Pakistan.
Well, absolutely. And I think that's a very important point. There's a marked difference between India and Pakistan relations when you talk about England or New Zealand or the other teams that we have toured recently. And that's perhaps one of the biggest reasons that security and safety become paramount. On that note, I'd like to thank all of you gentlemen for joining us. Amay Khurasiya, Nikhil Sharma, Vedam Jaishankar, Qamar Cheema, as well as Syed Abdul Basit Ali. Thanks so much for joining us.